Thank you all so much for stopping by today. So let me tell y'all, I want to do a little unboxing with you of some things that we've gotten in over the last few days, because as I was getting ready to set up out here, I had a brief meeting with myself, y'all. I am getting behind. I'm doing everything but what I'm supposed to be doing. And so I was like, okay, you're going to take some time this week and you got to really get on it. Now, I am giving myself some grace because I have been working a lot of overtime, but I start to see that things are starting to pile up. So I really need to get a handle on things so that I don't get overwhelmed as we go into the fall season. And what I'm going to share with you today, some of it is for the fall, to be planted in the fall, and then some of it is just because I was on the website and I was like, wow, this would be great to grow. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So if you haven't been catching our lives, we go live every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is a way for me to go over my garden chores with you, what I plan to accomplish for the week. If I met my garden chores from the previous week. So make sure that if you're not subscribed, you go ahead and subscribe and turn your notifications on, because it's something that I really am loving to do with you all. And then, like I said, it really holds me accountable because I always tell people I don't like to lie. Now, what I have got to get on myself about is for about 3 weeks now, just breaking ground with the rose garden. So I'm about to get heavy on that, as well as get those other raised beds planted. But I first want to talk to you about a order that I got. I'm not going to say the name right now, y'all. I'm just going to see if they come back. And the reason why I'm not going to say the name is because I am not blaming this company. Because of the hurricane, the package was late. But when the package finally got here, it looked bad. It looked really bad. And I'll show you just one. I've been trying to pot them up. So as soon as I got the box, it says open them immediately, pot it up. So these were some strawberries that I wanted to try, and they were it's called a Florida Pearl strawberry. I am going to try to flash it up, but I thought it would be really cool to add to the berry patch. But okay, I'm just going to show y'all two. So I'm trying to bring them back. I gotta water it, and I know that I'm not focusing on this. I just want to see new growth at the crown of the plant, and so I'm just trying to keep them watered. I did what they said, but I did call the company and let them know that if I cannot bring these strawberries back, I will be returning them, because they were not inexpensive at all. And I'm thinking for that amount, they better come back. So that was one of the things. Now, the second order that I got in that I'm super excited about, I didn't get a chance to grow the garlic from the company that I always use each year, because we were moving in, and by the time I went on the website, a lot of the varieties that are great for southern climates had been sold out. And what I will tell you is I went on their website a few weeks ago, and they have bulbs that are like small, medium, large. I normally like to get the medium or the large. I think they got an extra large too, and a lot of the bigger bulbs were sold out. So let me share with you the varieties that I got. I'll flash it up on the screen, y'all. I've always been using King garlic. I'm really pleased with them. I'm really pleased with the varieties. I know there are a lot of other companies that sell garlic, but I think I found out through them by reading a magazine, and ever since then I've just been growing garlic from them. But that doesn't mean that I won't try it from other companies. So last year what I did was I just bought the garlic bulbs from the garden center, and I think it's because the soil was clay. I really hadn't been building the soil like I always love to tell you all and teach to do. But I am going to try these garlic bulbs and see if there is a difference this season. Okay, so again, King Garlic, they're online, but they always come with what to do, growing tips. I've been growing them for a while, and this is what I do, y'all. I always, since we're in the South, now the varieties that I got, they work. What is them? The ones that be dropping worms everywhere, those moths. But I always put my garlic in the freezer for about 4 to 6 weeks, and this is going to simulate like the winter for them. And then I plant them before the ground freezes and just let them grow, because they have a long growing period. And it actually tells you that planting should be done about 6 weeks prior to your first ground freeze. Now we're in Georgia, so we don't have, like, even if we get a light frost, the ground is not like really frozen. So I'm just going to put them in the refrigerator. And what I always do, now I don't have to worry about this with Chris, but I remember when my kids were staying at home, you gotta label stuff in the refrigerator, because they would come home after school just doing stuff they don't have no business doing, experimenting with stuff in the refrigerator. So what I will always do is take one of these brown paper bags with a Sharpie. I will put like garden garlic to plant, please do not touch. Like I gotta put stuff like that on there. You know, that's what I have to do. I'll still do it because I'm used to it, because they may come home and I'm telling y'all, these kids. But it was one variety where they only had like a small medium, but I really wanted to try it. And it was called the Purple Creole. So let me share with you how they look when you get them. You can get them in all sizes. I think they came like a fourth a pound, but just go on the website and look. But I will tell you that some of their varieties are sold out. But what I'm mainly focusing on when I grow garlic is one that will do good in southern climates as well. Okay, so I have been pulling a lot of plants and prepping the soil. It's 2 places I'm thinking about putting it, and by the time I get them out the refrigerator, I'll have made a solid decision, maybe. But this right here is this is how they come. Okay, so they come like this. They're separated with the name. I wanted to share with you, this got to be the Purple Creole right here, because I ended up getting half of a pound of the Purple Creole. Smells good though, I will tell y'all that. And so we've done several videos on how to plant garlic. I'll make sure I link it. I'll also make sure that when I get ready to plant them, that we'll do a video. But they also send instructions about how to plant, how to prep your soil, all of that good stuff. Okay, how to store. Yes, I store mine in the refrigerator. Okay, so we got the Purple Creole next, and I only got 3 different types because I want to plant some onions too. Okay, so the next garlic type we have is called Persian Star, and it looks like this. And we got a fourth a pound of those. And when you plant garlic, you're basically separating each garlic clove and just planting the clove in the ground. And then each new clove should make a new garlic bulb, or a garlic bulb when it's time to harvest that looks like this. And then the last one we have, I've grown this year after year after year. This is the Early Italian Soft Neck. I think I've grown this one year. It's an Italian one that I grow every year. Maybe this is it. But here is Early Italian, and so we'll get those planted as well. But I'm going to put them in the bag for a few weeks. And remember, we've just moved to the Atlanta area about a year ago. So our frost date has moved up, or the average frost date has moved up a little bit. So I definitely have to keep that in mind. So it may be 3 to 4 weeks. With our frost date being approximately mid-November, I might get these in the ground probably the first week of November or the second week. But I'll make sure that I'm constantly checking my weather app, although sometimes it's right and sometimes it's not. but I'll have an idea of what it's supposed to do, and we'll get our soil prepped up for that and have ready to plant in a few weeks. So this is the box right here that I'm truly excited to open with you all. So let me get my scissors because I haven't opened this one. It was one that was supposed to come Monday, and I checked and it said your order was delivered. And me and Chris went to the mailbox at like 11:30 Saturday night with a lot of, I think he said it was a deer in the front yard. You heard some howling around here. So we had to get some protection before we walked, honey, because these street lights are almost non-existent around here. But this was something that I grew and I left. And I know a lot of people, when we moved and I did a couple of videos, a lot of people were like, why did you leave this? Why did you leave that? Y'all, it was so much that I wanted to take. But it seemed like that once we got an offer on the house, it's like the time just sped up so quick. And all of the things that I was trying to do, I seriously ran out of time. So I just tried to get, you know, like a few pots, a few things, and I'm just building again now. But I left a lot. And you know, it's so funny that I say that because once a year or maybe twice we'll go back down to the area. Now if we're really, really close by, we'll ride by the old house and, you know, just see if there are any changes. But I never, like, the gate is never open, so I don't even know if the backyard looks like it was. But I hope that, you know, they're still growing and they're still planting, like the new owners, and just kind of picking up where I left it. But with all of that said, y'all, so I have grown, I wanted to grow this and I've grown it, but I left it, and it is the saffron. So we got our bulbs in. We got these from Renee's garden. Now I'm going to plant these like within the next day or two, because you see how they're already starting to grow. So I'm gonna put these in the ground. And I was supposed to order these earlier. You got a package of 20. Now I wanted to get 2, and I was like, because you gotta figure out, I have an idea of where I'm gonna put it at, but you know, I always have to tell myself, you gotta figure out where you're gonna put these things at. So this is what they look like. It's a package of 20, and they actually just sent out, you know how you go online and you look and it's like, are you still interested? We only got a few more. So I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and order these right here. And this is what they come looking like. But I'm super excited because it's, I think, if I'm not mistaken, still the most expensive spice in the world. Okay, so included with the bulbs is the planting, the growing, and the harvesting guide. Okay, it looks like I'm a little bit behind. Oh, no, it says shipping begins right here. Shipping begins in September. But we're gonna go ahead and put these in. I'm looking at this right here that gives like all of the different like the asparagus crowns, the bulbs, the corms, the roots, the starts. So they give all of that, but we're within the window, and so we're gonna go ahead and get those planted. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so those are the saffron bulbs. Let me share with you what I also got that I had no business getting while I was on the website. Okay, so I haven't opened this one either, so we're gonna open it now. But it's some seeds, y'all. I was like, do you really need some more seeds? But I don't, let me see. When I open them, I'm gonna tell y'all why I got them when I opened them. Because I've been out in the garden streets today again, buying some plants that are gonna be used. We'll just say it like that. So you get this is a nasturtium sticker that they sent. Okay, yeah, why did I get these? I don't know. This one right here, the Asian melon. So we're gonna grow this next year. Sometimes I can read the description. What I do like about Renee's garden website is they do a lot of testing, and so they'll put the pictures of the test gardens and what it looked like and how it was grown, and I really can appreciate that. The reason why I wanted to grow this is because when I went to the farmers market here in the Atlanta area, they had these Asian melons, okay? And so I just got one because I'm always trying new stuff, and I was like, I really like these. These are good. I might have saved some seeds from them, but I just got to find them. So when I saw this, I was like, you know what? This will be super cool to grow. We're going to find somewhere to grow it next year, between 85 and 90 days to harvest. But the Asian melons, if you haven't tried it, try it. Those are really good. Now, I'm going to tell y'all why I got these right here. So this year we grew the, it was like a container blend sunflowers. Y'all, I haven't grown a lot of sunflowers in the past, and they looked so pretty in these raised beds this year. And then to top it off, the autumn sunflowers, well, the autumn color sunflowers that I'm looking at now, they are so pretty. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start growing more sunflowers, because I've grown maybe a couple in the past, a couple of times, but most of the times while we were overseas, I didn't have the space for it. But the container garden ones that we grew in the raised beds, they were so pretty, and they just really lit up those raised beds. And now that I'm growing these in ground, I'm like, I really like it. So this is like high noon sunflowers, but this is what I have learned. And this is what one of the packages said. If you don't want it to be as tall as what it says, plant them a little bit closer together. And I can tell that because the ones that I'm growing now, I think they were supposed to be between 6 to 8 feet. They may be about 5 feet now, maybe 4.5, but I planted them really close together. Okay, so I'm gonna go really fast because some of these I have grown in the past, and I'm like, just get it over with. The little firebird nasturtiums, we always grow nasturtiums, but these are for like hanging baskets. And so probably in the springtime, because right now we have petunias in our hanging basket, I'll probably replace these, and then we'll plant something like for the summer, because here in Georgia, the nasturtiums, once it starts to get like really, really hot, they kind of like teeter out a little bit. So we got those. This was a plant that I have never heard of. Do y'all see that? However, with the pictures, that's why I like the website. With the pictures, they looked so pretty. Lavaterra, I've never heard of that, y'all, in all my 20 plus years. So I was like, you know, we are going to grow these right here, and I'm trying to see, do they come back? Yeah, it's an annual. Okay, so no, they don't come back, but it's an annual. But this is they can be grown in pots too. They had one in a pot, and it just looked so pretty, and I was like, you know what, I will find a pot to put that in. This one reminds me of like it reminds me of like the snowdrift, but it's compact. I like white flowers in the garden, I really do. I really like the candy tuft that I grew in the rose garden, but I was so disappointed when they didn't make it. They just did not make it. And I actually went to the garden center today and saw some more, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get them. So we'll just start those from seed. I always grow the bachelor buttons right here. This is what I call them. They're actually edible flowers as well, and sometimes I'll actually put them in my tea. So I may grow these closer to the herb garden. If you've never smelled alyssum, y'all, it is such a nice fragrance to me. We have white alyssum growing in the containers, but I said, okay, let's try this one right here. I'm telling y'all, I think that's what messed me up, is when I start looking at the pictures on the website and looking at the trial gardens, I'm like, oh yeah, that will look really good. And the last one right here was a container tomato. Out of all of the tomatoes I got in the container tomatoes, I thought this would be great. Okay, so that's what we got as far as in the mail over the last few days. No, I'm not expecting anything else. I'm just trying to think, because a lot of times when stuff get drops off here, I'm like telling Chris, I don't know what it is, because I didn't order that. But a couple of things were back ordered, but I think I'm all up to date with everything that I've ordered. Again, I'm going to try to get these strawberries to like really flourish back out, but if not, they're going to get called, like I said. Okay, so as I'm looking out in the garden, I really need to do some hand watering, y'all. So I'm going to go put all of this stuff up. I'm going to go and put my garlic in the refrigerator. Maybe this week I'll plant the saffron bulbs or the crocus. I'm not going to do it today. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. It's a lot. I told myself when I got back from the post office today, I said I am going to get another raised bed planted. I timed myself. I got enough time. I got enough daylight hours. So that's what I'm going to do. I did make an announcement on our social media. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. A lot of the herbs we're starting to harvest. And so we're going to start offering very limited supply of herbs on our website. I'll put our website down. We shipped out some lemon verbena today. Let's see what else I got. I got holy basil. I got pineapple sage. Now, I do use a lot of these, and we're going to do edible flowers too, because I know a lot of people like the calendula as well. We have some that is growing, but like I said, limited supply. And I'm not saying that to say it, y'all. If you have been with me for a while, I remember when I offered the butterfly pea flower seeds for sale, and this is no lie, in 15 minutes they were sold out. They were sold out. So oftentimes I'll have a limited quantity and they sell out fast. So I will tell you this, I always offer things first to our email list and our text message list first, like simultaneously. Though they always get the first notification, then I'll start putting it on social media if we have any left. So if you're in the market for things like lemongrass, oregano, lemon verbena, holy basil, pineapple sage, what else do we have? Rosemary, regular sage. Definitely get on our list. Definitely visit our website, because I'm going to start putting them up on the website. But again, it'll be like a limited supply. Okay, so I'm gonna get up from here, because y'all, over the last few days, like when I sit down, I gotta talk to myself to get up. It feels so good to sit down sometimes. I'm like, ooh, I know I gotta get up, but I really don't feel like it. But I'm about to get up and I'm gonna start on one of the raised beds. So as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, which I don't understand why, go ahead, tap the subscribe button, and make sure you tap the notification bell as well, so that you can receive notifications each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and until the next video, bye bye.